You got your Nicki Minaj, who is the evolution of Little Kim, Eve, and then you have your Jay-Z's, who's really an evolution of the KRS-Ones and the Hustlers, and I want to say Public Enemy, but his message is not as political as I wish it would be. But it's just all evolution.
Well, the thing I can truly say, Public Enemy, they were kind of like the rebels of the, they were really like, this is the way we're gonna do it.
Talib Kweli,
yeah,
the Pharaoh monk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very rebellish, and they're just kind of like, this is the way we're gonna do it. That's what I see with you. That's what I see with you, honestly. I see that. I see that you're settled. I see that you're saying, you know what, I'm coming to this game, I'm taking over. This is how I'm doing it. So, with the politics aspect of music, I know a lot of people don't want to really get into politics because they're so afraid, especially nowadays. But I think it's very important that we get our views out there. I think that's what we've been lacking for years. With, the industry and whatnot, and how it is with politics and music, excuse me. What is it lacking, in a sense? Because me personally, I do think there's a lot of politics in music, and I think those are the ones that get the radio, songs, and they get all the radio time, and we know how it works. We know how it works. But what is your view on politics and music?
Actually, I'll start with this. I've been focusing on having a message behind what I do, everything I do. So we actually have a Take the Airwaves Back. I don't want to call it a rally, but I want to call it some kind of movement that we're building right now. And basically we want to take the airwaves back. For everybody who spends money on boosting their careers, it's inevitable. We all have to invest. But to pay a DJ $80,000 to play their track and therefore make it the top selling track, to the point where they're battling between this Jay-Z, the new Frank Sinatra, should we change our theme song from New York, New York to Jay-Z's New York, New York?
Right.
I remember that was like a question, and it really makes me laugh because, I guess you give what you get and you get what you give. On another side of politics, you have people like Obama who understand the value of having music behind you. So he's using his entourage of the Roots, of, I forgot the DJ's name. She's an amazing DJ, so please forgive me, but he has them come to Chicago Common. He's shouting out Lil Wayne. I mean, he really
cool rapper, by the way. I like that guy.
Common is incredible, and everybody has their sellout moments, and everybody has their and it's tough to say too, because again, we evolve. Whatever opportunities we have as musicians, we take them to get our message out. You have people like, let me use John Legend again. John Legend started off his career with singing about cheating on his girl, and
very sincere, by the way,
change.
But
You know what I mean? And you're like, damn, dog. And now he's singing tracks. Have you heard that If You're Out There track? Phenomenal, and he's telling people to come together and we can unite. And his new album, that's bringing out the message of old school tracks from Bill Withers about Vietnam, and he's really informing people. So as long as they're doing it the right way and using our power in the right way, instead of buy my album, which is, we gotta eat too, but
you heard that. So what is the overall message that you're really trying to send out, ultimately, for these young, inspiring, rappers, musicians, even people that should try to get into the business, let's say a writer, publisher, these young kids that are going through hard times because of what the big guys are doing, kids that it just blew my mind to know that there's schools that are shutting down.
Yes.
Blew my mind. The fact that they're shutting down schools. That's unbelievable. That's unreal. What do you tell those young kids? What would you give them? What's your advice?
I actually do a lot of workshops. I'm blessed to work with a lot of youth, which is where I get a lot of my inspiration from. And that's the audience I want. You know what I mean? I want those youth to listen to me, and I do workshops to diva or not to diva. And it's the difference between confidence and cockiness and how to walk that road.
Right.
MC the Eagle Estates, trimming spiritual body fat.
Right.
You know, and it talks about all about uplifting yourself to the point where you feel confident. Because all this game is about is how confident you are. If you tell people you're cool, if you tell them hard enough and you know, you look cool doing it, they're going to believe you're cool. And I really feel like those youth need the message that they sincerely can't do it. Like, it's all about hustling hard, and hustling is not, you know, slaying out on the streets to make the money to build up your empire, you know, the way certain people have done that in the past. Music, I don't know, music is just so fundamental to everything we do in life, and we should take that serious. You know, if you drink contaminated water, you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel sick.
Absolutely.
If you listen to contaminated music, how does that make you feel?
It's mind control.
Stephen Marley has the dopest track called Mind Control. It's ridiculous, you know, and I shout out these artists because I look up to them, and we all have to choose our role models wisely. And it's not to say that any one is better than the other. It's just what you choose to focus on.
Right.
You know, I choose to focus on positivity. I don't choose to focus on, oh my God, do I look okay? And check me. You know, I would rather say, is my message cool? Did I read the newspaper this morning? Do I know what I'm talking about? And then everything else kind of flows with it. So
I have a song that I listened to a couple of times, really over and over, back to back, really. And Silent Soldiers.
Mixtape.
Yeah.
48-minute long mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you downloaded that. You can download now at J-Ross Download that for free and bump it.
There you go. What inspired you to come up with that mixtape? And you also have a song. I know you already asked you that, but you also have a song that's 17 minutes long by itself. You have a little different mixes in there.
Yeah.
I thought that was incredible. What made you come up with that idea?
People's attention span is like this. And at least, you know, if you don't catch them in the first 30 seconds, it's on to the next track. On to the next one.
Right, on to the next one. You see, Jay? Shout out, Jay.
And so to try to shorten mixtapes, again, you know, I definitely, my goal was to say we all have a voice. And we sit behind images, or we sit behind television, or we let other people speak for us. And we're like silent soldiers. Well, we have the power. You know what I'm saying? Even if our military, our soldiers were to stop and say, hey man, I don't believe in this. You have 40,000 people that all of a sudden are like, we're trained military and we don't believe in this. You got soldiers lined up and they're ready for duty. So my goal was to bring all these people out that believe in momentum and believe in change and believe in helping each other out in the community. And giving them a voice.
One of my friends, she made a little message on Facebook, and it was, "Dear God, give us back Bob Marley. In exchange, you can have Justin Bieber."
Yes, I saw that.
You know, I thought that was so brilliant. Shout out to you. Again, with the music, and one thing that I've noticed with you is that you kind of, like I said, you've taken a different route. You're not doing it like the rest of these guys are doing it out there. But why is that? Why are we sitting in front of the TV so fascinated with Jersey Shore? So fascinated with all these other Kardashians? No offense, I mean, Kim, you hot, you know, it's entertainment. But what's happening is, we're not getting our own stuff done. You're changing that, not just for females, males as well. You know, but really, what is the problem that we're lacking right now? What are you seeing that they're not seeing right now?